What's going on out there in the world of YouTube land? As you guys can see, I am on here live. I know too many people probably won't be up tonight since it's a little late. We've seen the market. I've been getting so many emails and phone calls and text messages of, oh, the stock market is down, down 1,300 points, down 1,500 points, down all this. What should I do? And stuff like that. And we're going to talk about that. Took some notes, read some stuff, took some great notes. I'm going to talk about the market. Why am I not worried? Why I don't care about this? Okay, I can't say Floor said he lost 40 bucks. Okay, you don't lose anything until you sell. So we're going to talk about this. People catching this back on the playback, on the podcast, stuff like that, that's cool. But what we're going to talk about, market corrections. Stock market corrections. What is a stock market correction? How much does the stock market has to fall in order for us to have a market correction? Who knows? That's okay. That's why we here on the Investor Show. We learn. 10% drop. A 10% drop in the stock market creates a market correction. If the stock market is at 2,600 points, that was our high, right? 2,600 points. What is a 10% drop? How many points drop is 10%? Jackie, you say how? How is what? A 10% drop from a 26,000 Dow Jones points. How many points is that? That, my friend, is 2,600 points. So we've seen the market drop about 600 points yesterday, 1,500 points the other day. But market corrections happen all the time. They actually happen annually. Market corrections fall 10 points, 10% is considered a correction, right? And since 1946, all of them have a return of 100%. On average, a correction happens every 15 months. Every 15 months, you have a correction. If you have a Dow Jones at 2,600 points, a market correction is losing 2,600 points. People go crazy. Prince, why do people go crazy? Because people are like goldfish. They have a very short-term memory. They don't think how far that this happens every 15 months, right? Now, in the last 71 years, this has happened 51 times. Give me some thumbs up if you guys think that I'm giving some knowledge or if you think this is of value. Give it some thumbs up, So, out of 57 times in the last 71 years, we have had market corrections. A market correction is a drop of how much percent? 10%, right? Now, we're going to get into some more facts. 25% of stock market corrections turns into bear markets. What is a bear market? How much percentage does a bear market? How much percentage do we have to drop before a bear market happens? A bear market is 20%. 25% of corrections turn into bear markets. What happens in history? The stock market has crashed over 32 times. Out of those 32 times, what has happened? Market has returned 100% of the times to new and greater heights. So, Prince, why is everybody going crazy? Why is everybody talking about the financial media? Brandon L. said, exactly. Why everybody on the financial media is saying, hey, Prince, what's the big deal? What's going to happen? And stuff like that. This hasn't happened in a while. What's going on, Brandon L? This hasn't happened in a while. We have had very low volatility. People jump into the market because they see it going up, 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 up. So people who've been sitting on the sideline for a while, what do? They jump in because they see it going up. And as soon as the sight of a correction happens, people jump out, right? What's going on, Brandon L? Brandon L, best time to buy stock, says Eugene Flores. Hey, question, is this bad? No, this is not bad. Okay, Cadillac, what's going on? What's going on, like? So, homeboy, DJ Cadillac. The thing is, this happens every 15 months. One thing, right? The second thing is, any seasoned investor know this is supposed to happen. What do you think? The market is just going to keep going up and up? Why are people freaking out about it? Because they haven't seen a correction in a while. It's like a goldfish. You can overfeed a goldfish. Why can you overfeed a goldfish? Because it will forget that it just ate a couple seconds ago. ELY, I don't even know what ELY is, Flores. I can't even tell what that is. So that's the thing about it. So think about it, right? In 2012, if we see 1,000 points, okay, Richard said he brought his first stock today. It was cheap. That's a good time to buy. I think, okay, DJ Cadillac says, I think this is manufactured so that companies can use their extra tax bill to buy back stocks. That is true. That is a good scenario, he said. Because, a lot of companies got a big tax break and they can buy their own stocks for cheap now. Just got my tax refund, hope to buy some stocks on sale. Good times, right? The thing about it is, we're going to get into some more things. The average correction is how much percent? What is the average correction? The average correction is 13.5%. Right? 13.5% is the average correction. With the Dow Jones at 2,600 points, for it to have an average correction, how many points must it fall off? That, my friend, is about 3,000. Right? 3,000 to 5,000. If we see the market fall, yes, I am. I am, but I'm not. I don't practice. He's asked me, am I a financial advisor? Yes, I am. I do hold my Series 65, Series 63 license, life insurance, health, and all that good stuff like that. But no, I'm not going to be your financial advisor. That's what you're asking. But I don't mind getting on here and sharing things like this because I'm a student of the game. I learn all the time. But anyway, now, let's not get this misconstrued. I'm not giving you guys any advice. I'm not telling you guys to go out here and buy this or do this, all other good stuff like that. I'm just sharing education. Peter Moloch, if you haven't read the book, Unshakable by Tony Robbins, I don't know what chapters Peter Moloch's, I'm probably saying his name wrong, I'm probably murdering it. He wrote a good chapter. He navigated through the bear market. Roz B TV, yo, what's going on, man? So this is the thing about it, right? 1,200. So we got to think about it. We have been on an up market. Since 2015, we haven't had a down quarter yet. Out of the last 20 quarters, we've been rising and rising and rising and rising, slowly rising. We haven't seen a whole lot of volatility in the market. How about those Eagles? I'm not going to lie. Eagles fans, y'all shocked the world. I did not think the Eagles was going to win the Super Bowl. And I didn't want them to win the Super Bowl. But it was bittersweet. I didn't want Tom Brady to win, but I didn't want the Eagles to win. I'm a Falcons fan. That's what's going on, my man. Okay. Richard says, question. Can you give us the math equation for how many stocks to buy so it'll rebuy a share itself so it's self-sufficient? Sounds like you're talking about dividend reinvesting, right? That's a hard question because I want to know, what is the price of the stock? What stock are you buying? What is the dividend of that stock? That's a lot to kind of go with. Do I know the equation? No, I don't know the equation. But I know the numbers. Like if I looked at it and saw what was your goal, I can map it out. But that depends on how much money you have. That depends on the price of the stock. And that also depends on... Richard, that's you. That was writing me all the time yesterday, asking me about that stock, about KO, Coca-Cola. Talking about, the dividends. I think the dividends right now on Coca-Cola is 3%, something like that. So you want to know how much money you're going to make off of that? Richard, that's what you're asking me? What's the equation? You trying to see how much money you can make passively? But anyway, that's why I'm not worried, because this happens every 15 months. It's supposed to happen. Stock market is not supposed to go up, 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 up. Guys, give me some more thumbs up if you like what I'm saying. What's the difference between gambling and investing? Good question. I forgot who asked that question. Somebody asked me that question. I'm going to get through that now. Ezekiel Polite. Mr. Polite. I'm thinking that's a guy. Sorry if it's a girl. Don't get mad at me. I don't see some people screaming at me. No, I am a female or male. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not that smart. But anyway, gambling and investing. I've been through this personally, right? If you don't have a logical, I'm good, my brother. I'm a guy. Good. Lionel Moore, what's going on? Peace, Prince. Mr. Lionel Moore, he actually writes for Seeking Alpha. Seeking Alpha is a great site. Lionel Moore, I haven't seen him in a while, but he writes for Seeking Alpha, so we glad to have Seeking Alpha in the building. That's good. A writer for Seeking Alpha. But the thing about it is, what I was getting to, gambling and investing. Lionel, he's still on the Sears stock, SHLD. He did a great article a couple years back, and I predicted that Sears would go down to $1. You know. Yep, Seeking Alpha is in the building. Very good website that I watch daily myself. But that's the thing about it is he's been on that Sears stock for a while. He's always been like, Sears is all-time low. Great article. I did a great video on it too. But I knew Sears was probably going to get down to the single digits. I don't know what Sears is at today, but I know it's down in the single digits. No, the stock market is not dead. Tron 7,000. I knew you was going to come in here with the crypto stock. You know, yeah, Bitcoin is down too. The last time I looked down on it too, right? But anyway, let me get back into it. So gambling and investing. For a prime example, I met a guy the other day that said, hey, you know what? I got $1,000. I'm going to throw it inside of this company. Or I'm going to throw it inside of Bitcoin. I don't understand it. I don't know nothing about it. I have no rhyme or reason. I think it may go up, but I have $1,000. I'm going to just throw it in there and see what happens. Right? Tron says, worst day ever. You know, a seasoned investor loves these days. I wish I had more cash. The best thing to have on days like this is cash. Darius Butler says, what's up, Dykes? What's going on, Darius Butler? Your prediction, he said, your prediction is right about SHLD price, but the value is there. Yeah, I get what you're saying. He's saying the value is there. But what happens is people just throw money inside of a stock and they just hope it's just going to go up. They're just like, hey, it's like the same thing, you know, exactly. A seasoned investor loves days like today, right? This is this is time to clean up. Take it slow. Take it slow because right now I'm invested into the index, VOO, right? The ETF that tracks the S&P 500. While all of this mess is going on, guess what? I'm still collecting dividends. While all of this is, my dividends are being reinvested. You know, the dividends, they gamble instead of invest. Yes, you're right. My dividends are still being invested. My dividends are still buying me more shares while the market corrects itself as we slide into a recession. I'm not worried at all because this has happened. This is supposed to happen. Everybody knows this is what's supposed to happen in a good economy. This has happened how many times, right? We haven't even seen a full correction. People are freaking out over 1,000 points. That's not even a correction. If you've been listening, what is the average correction percentage? Dividends are king. I'm collecting dividends off of VOO. I'm collecting dividends off of Verizon. You know, I'm collecting all of these things. A correction. Mr. Lionel Moore, who in here knows what's the average of a correction? Love my dividends. That's everybody. 13, look at that. The amazing Lucas, 13% is the average. 13.5 actually is the average correction. If the stock market is at 26%, no, it's 13.5 is the average correction. If the stock market is at 26,000, if the Dow Jones at 26,000, for us to have a correction, how many points must the Dow Jones lose? Do the math. Right? How many points? Today people are like, oh my God, we lost 1,000 points. And then Friday we lost another 500 points. It's like, he says a lot, right? Yeah, he said, wow, 13.5 is no joke. I didn't know that, right? Think about it. That is, you talking about 3,000 points, 3,500 points. Exactly, Amazing Lucas. 3,000 points, right? 3,000 points. That is an average correction. We haven't even lost 3,000 points yet. But that sounds like a lot. Why does that sound like a lot? Because we have had it may crash another. Exactly. It may crash another 1,000. Because that's an average. That's just to get us to an average correction. What's percentage that we must drop in order to go to a recession? I'm seeing who's paying attention. I buy low and sell high. Exactly, right? Think about it. How do you know when to buy? 20%. Bam, there we go. You say, what's your take on REITs? They are monthly dividends. I like REITs as well, right? I'm not a REIT expert, but I like the concept of real estate investment trusts. Those are REITs. They buy a conglomerate of real estate. I think it should be in your portfolio. I think it's a great way to get real estate involved into your portfolio. But I don't want to get sidetracked off of what I was saying, right? When you are looking at you're talking about a 20% is when we go into a recession. When was the last time we was in a recession? Historically, we have a recession every 3 to 5 years. When was the last time we had a recession? The last time we had a recession was 2008, 1990. Come on, Richard. Goodness, where you been at, man? You heard of the .com bomb in 2000, but that's why you tuned in to the Investor Show. Amazing Lucas 2015. Everybody said 19. Somebody said 1990. No, we had a last recession in 2008. Remember the financial crisis? And right here, I taught you guys how to. He was born in 1990. Come on, y'all live. It was 2008. On E-Trade, I showed you guys how you can stress test your portfolio. What is a stress test? A stress test is when you can see how your portfolio will act in a 2008 crisis. You can see how your portfolio will act in the market. Think about it, right? So about every 2 to 8 years, about every 8 years, we've been seeing a recession. 2008 was our last market recession. 2008 plus 8 years is 2016, right? We've been on a bull market ever since 2009, 2010. So, is it crazy to believe? He said every day is a recession from him. But is it crazy to believe and crazy to think like, wow, the market is declining? Oh my God. No, the market just don't go up, 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 up. It has pullbacks. It has draws, right? It has things like that. What other knowledge I wanted to share here? We haven't had a negative quarter since 2015. We've been in very low volatility, meaning that the stock market hasn't been moving a whole lot. It's been slowly kind of tracing upwards, right? So 1,000 points would scare a lot of people. If we want to get into a correction, we haven't even dropped enough for a correction. You guys get that? Ladies and guys, get that? So, yes, 2008, we had a recession. 2000, we had a .com bomb, right? You have to keep going back and look at this happens all the time. A correction. We haven't even experienced a full correction. Can the market drop some more? Yes. Corrections are good things. Seasoned investors, this is when you buy, right? This is not the time when you get scared. When you see red on the stock market, treat it just like when you walk into Walmart and you see a clearance sign, right? So we're talking about we haven't even seen a 10% drop all the way yet. And we're telling you the average correction is like 13.5. When you see stocks on sale, this is the time to go in and buy. This is a good time to have dividend paying stocks. Let's say right now we seen Bitcoin go down to I wish I had more cash. If y'all want to throw me some cash, it's cool. I'm just joking. But yeah, this is the time to have cash because this is the time you can take advantage of the bull market. Take advantage of the bull market. Bitcoin doesn't pay dividends. Lionel Moore is right, right? Bitcoin doesn't pay dividends. Let's say if I brought Bitcoin last month at its high of like 19, 20,000. Now we know that it's down to 6,000. You're talking about what, a 65% drop in a month? My only way to make money is to hope, pray, and just wait until Bitcoin recovers. But if you have Verizon, if you have AT&T, if you have an index fund, you're collecting dividends all the way to you, what you call it? Our stocks, it doesn't pay dividends. Yeah, and Bitcoin had a 65% drop. We don't know if that's going to recover. And that whole time while it is recovering, guess what you're collecting? No dividend. Me right now, I'm heavily invested into the index. I'm at least getting 1-2%, even in a down market. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue to invest in the down market. Don't time the market. If you think you can time the market, go off and get rich. People tell me, hey, dividends are $1 a year, right? Collect your dividends while it recovers. It's a great way to get paid. I know my hair is just nappy and dry, but it's cool. Go after the other distributions, like, okay. No, E-Trade is not my only platform. If you guys look on the channel here, I do. This channel is the #1 E-Trade tutorial, but we also #1 on TD Ameritrade too. I use E-Trade and TD Ameritrade. Those are my two big sites, right, for trading. And then sometimes I may use USAA. It all depends, right? I like E-Trade a little bit better. They sometimes say, what you call it? Yes, of course, Warren Buffett hates cryptocurrencies. Why would you think Warren Buffett would hate cryptocurrencies? Warren Buffett is a very intrinsic value guy. And as you guys see, get ready to go see Warren Buffett here, supposedly about 2 months, right? Supposed 2-3 months going to Berkshire annual meeting. Got invited back to cover the meeting. So I will be in there with my iPhone again. Last year I got a chance to meet Bill Gates, got a chance to meet Warren Buffett. Okay, Lana, you coming to the annual meeting? Cool. So, yeah, I got invited to come back there, and I'll be in Omaha, if, what you call it, everything goes fine and I can make it, all that good stuff like that. So, I'll be bringing you guys more coverage from there. Yeah, definitely, of course. Link up with me. Send me an email, askprince@royalfinancial.com, or hit me up on Facebook. Send me a message, and we'll definitely link sometime while I'm in Omaha. So, but yeah, definitely, that's one of the big things there. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'm not worried about a market correction at all. It's actually, I got my hand in the way. Actually, it's pretty small compared to where it's supposed to be, 10 to 13%. So take advantage of it. Warren Buffett is a very intrinsic value guy. Who in here knows what intrinsic value is? What is intrinsic value? See, Lionel, I know you put your email address here, but as soon as I get off live, all the chat goes away. So that's why it doesn't, what you call it. Richard said he doesn't know. The intrinsic value is just like Mr. Lionel Moore from Seeking Alpha is doing. Okay, email me directly. It's a thing, what happens there is intrinsic value is looking at what is the real value of what you own. For prime example, if Sears go bankrupt today or tomorrow, it's a great thing that Mr. Lionel Moore pointed out in his article from Seeking Alpha. If Sears go bankrupt today or tomorrow, it has a lot of real estate. If Walmart was to go to bankrupt tomorrow, look at all the real estate, all those stores. Look how big those stores are. Look how much money you can sell those stores out or rent out, or those shopping centers. That's a lot of money, right? So Sears has been dying since 2014. So exactly above personal standards, the actual value. So when he looks at Bitcoin, Buffett, Berkshire, they're going to look and say, what is the actual Bitcoin? What is it? What does it actually hold? Right? What does it actually hold? What value do I really have with Bitcoin, a digital currency? right? People may say, hey, well, the dollar's not worth anything, but we all know the dollar is at least backed by, we all know the dollar is at least backed by the words of the federal government or the government, right? So at least it has a word. The government has very good credit, right? Very good credit, so people trust in it, and you can use it. You can trade and barter with it. But when you look at cryptocurrencies, of course, Warren Buffett being an intrinsic value guy, he's going to look at, okay, right now the market is down. This is when people start shaking in their boots. Gold standard, yeah, we came a fiat currency. Who was the president above personal standards in 1971 that took us off the gold standard? Who was the president at that time? But the thing about it is, when Buffett looks at it, they say, what stock performs well doing gold? Gold, utility stocks, Brendan L. Gold and utility stocks usually perform well in down economies. And I got a video here too to show you how to profit from a down economy. Nixon, there you go. Who put Nicholson? Okay, Nixon, that's definitely true. Nixon was the one that took us off the gold standard. But that's the thing about it is people, when you see that, those things there, you're going to link up pretty well. So those are the stocks that decline very, very fast, right? Those are the ones that usually do well. Big gold stocks, Trump 2020. I'm not a crook. Yes, okay. Donald Trump. Who put Donald Trump? Oh my goodness. But anyway, so people look at it and say that's when we became a fiat currency. So people say, man, we became a fiat currency, so this stock is not any, dollars are not any good. But Berkshire is going to look at it and they're going to say, hey, well, what are we looking at here, right? What are you looking at here? So those are things they're looking at it. Gold and silver coins. I'm not sure about farm stocks, right? Tyson is pretty good. Agriculture, utility, things like your utility stocks usually do better. But there are ways you can, if you believe the bear market is going to come, you can play option trading. You can buy puts, all that type of stuff, right? That's the thing about it. Gold is good. People may look at, wow, Bitcoin is down. The market is down. Where can I make some money? So people may run to gold. You may start to see jumps in gold. That happens in every recession. People run to gold. They run to a safer asset class. They run for cover. But you got to be prepared for the bear. Anybody what's option trading just starting, remember. Okay, Richard, I got plenty of videos on that. Definitely, I got a whole thing to show you how to get started. Exactly, right? What drives the market? Starts with an F and a G. What drives the market? I don't offer a stock split. Okay, Brandon L., give me a second. Do you offer trading courses? No, I don't offer trading courses. I just completed a workshop that teaches, it's mostly for kids and parents looking to start invest. I just put that out. I haven't even put it out all the way. Exactly, Leonard Moore. Fear and greed. Fear and greed. Me, I prefer to go ETFs. Oh my God, somebody wrote frog. You're definitely in the right spot. Fear and greed is what drives the market. And what does Warren Buffett say about fear? What's the quote? Anxiety too. Fear and greed. The people who just jumped into the market because they saw it running up, now they see 1,000% drop. They may jump away. They may try to get out of here. Right? So when you're looking at fear and greed, what does Warren Buffett say? Is be other when others, exactly, not anymore. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be greedy when others was fearful. That's crazy to think about Warren Buffett. For you guys out there who don't know, I've written 2 books, right? 2 children's books, one about investing, one about credit. First, years ago, 3 years ago, I wrote my first one. Second, last year was my second book. Next year will be my third book. But I had sent that book to over 100 companies. Those books to over 100 companies. And the only people to ever reply to me was Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. That's crazy, right? Why ETFs over physical gold? The liquidity. If I have gold chips, who do I turn them into? What does liquidity mean? Liquidity means your ability to be able to sell something. If I had like a brick of gold, say if this was a brick of gold, and I'm like, all right, man, I want to go turn this in. Who do I go give it to? That's crazy, right, Lionel, Mr. Lionel Moore? So, oh wow, he said going to buy a bunch of your books for kids and schools. Hey man, I definitely appreciate that, Lionel Moore. Give the man a thumbs up. Exactly, man. Give me a thumbs up. A pawn shop. Who buys gold, right? But think about it, right? That's if. But if I have a brick of gold, I may have to go to a pawn shop, and that's if the pawn shop want to give me the fair market value for it, things like that. But with an ETF, I can still kind of get the same benefit, and I can sell it a whole lot quicker. So that means I have a high liquidity rate. So that's me personally. I would just rather jump into an ETF. But some people want to hold gold. Some people want to hold silver. You can go to a jewelry shop. You can go to a jewelry shop and things like that. So it's all type of ways. Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, that's very true. I became pretty close with Berkshire. So Berkshire pretty cool. They sent me an email not too long ago, a couple of days, about a beginning of the month. And, they told me that I'm invited to come back and to cover and all of the great stuff. So definitely I'll be back in Omaha, Nebraska. If you hang around people that's 10 times smarter than you, I can't help but learn something, right? Okay. Marijuana, I don't know yet. I got to write that on my to-do list. Look up some marijuana stocks, right? But that's the thing about it. Don't be fearful. We haven't even seen what the market can really drop yet. The market still has another 1,000-point room to even be considered a correction. 10% is considered a correction. We haven't even dropped 10% yet, right? Yes, pot stocks are legal, Richard. They wouldn't be on the. You would better buy them off of E-Trade. Here in Colorado, marijuana is is legal, right? So that's the way to look at it. So that's what he said. That's funny, Stacy too. But anyway, you can so don't worry about it. For you guys out there looking at it, this is even a correction. We haven't even got down 10% drop yet. This happens every 15 months. Somebody said not pawn shops. Jewelry stores, pawn shops. I don't have time to be trying to walk around with a brick of gold and turn it in. Oh, what's a stock split? Okay, what is a stock split? Brandon L says, what's a stock split? So a stock split essentially is, let's say if a stock is $100, right? Let's say Ford is $100. Ford goes all the way up to $1,000. The company at their board meeting may decide to do a 2-for-1 stock split. A 2-for-1 stock split means the stock that was $100 is now $50, right? A stock that was $100 is now $50. No, not $1,000. Okay, make sure I got this right. Stock was $100. It runs up to $1,000 a share, like Google. And they decide we're going to do a 2-for-1 stock split. 2-for-1 stock split means that every one stock now becomes two stocks. So for every stock that's $1,000, now you have two for $500. But that's the way to look at it. That's the way you can do it. That's the way you can look at it too. You can do a stock split that way. $1,000, $1,000 stocks become two. So if you had $1,000 stock, the stock price is going to drop to $500, but now you're going to have two shares at $500, right? And that's pretty much what it is. It makes stocks more cheaper and more affordable. How many people in here knows how much does one share of Berkshire Hathaway cost? One share of Class B Berkshire Hathaway costs, which is Warren Buffett company. Yeah, he said pot stocks are, Richard says 300, try again. DJ Cadillac says yes, 300,000. Exactly. 300,000 is how much that one share costs, right? So most people can't afford 300,000. It was 249,000 when I went last year. And I'm going to show you that. I'm glad you brought that up, Brandon L. I brought one GBTC stock for $1,000, but it split, and now I have 91 shares. Yes, that is Bitcoin. GBTC is pretty much a Bitcoin stock. It did a 1 for 91 share. So it made it very, I think it went down to $11. But yeah, but Berkshire Hathaway, they have a stock cost $330,000. But now to get a share of it, you can get the Class B, which is, last time I looked, it was like $215,000, but it just dropped down. It's probably about $210 now, since the stock market is not being doing well. So that's the thing about it, but it makes it more affordable. When a company does a stock split, it makes it more affordable. Apple did a stock split, Apple. Yeah, Brendan L. I know GBTC went way down. Dividend is going way down. No, Berkshire Hathaway does not pay dividends. He doesn't even pay dividends. No, it doesn't. That was cute. But but that's the thing about it. $300,000 is what one of his shares cost. $330,000. But he has another share that's about $215, which is for regular people. When a stock splits that low, now it has affordability for people to put it inside of mutual funds. Regular people can afford it. It increases your volume. It's like anything. When the price drops, demand usually goes up. So that's what he has to combat that. So that's why Warren Buffett is rich. Yeah, he's very rich. People say, well, Warren Buffett is not technical. You might be right. But you know who sits on this board? Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. I didn't know that until I went to Berkshire. And guess who I was standing right next to? I'm going to upload that video too. I'm going to upload my Facebook Live. I walk in there like, oh man, this is Warren Buffett, man. This is crazy. And I turn to my right, and standing right next to me is Bill Gates. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what are you doing here? But they say he's the the company. So anyway, I know it's getting late. I didn't expect this many of y'all to come in and look at the thing. Brendan, why are you freaking out over stock splits? Stock splits are nothing. It's 1 to 9. You did a 1 to 91. It went down to $11, then it shot up. But of course, that's a Bitcoin stock that you have, Brendan L. You got GBTC. That's a Bitcoin stock, right? Thanks for answering your questions. Of course, Richard. Richard asked me like 10,000 questions last night. Man, I like floors, man. Yeah, y'all give me a thumbs up in here, man. I appreciate y'all supporting me. I really do, man. That means a whole lot, And you guys just seen the interview that I did. I just did an interview with Lars Kroger. Lars Kroger is a hedge fund manager. That's one thing about this show. We don't bring on anybody, right? We bring on some of the best and the top people. We bring on some of the best top hedge fund managers around the world. Mr. Lars Kroger, he had a hedge fund for a while. He sold off on it, But the thing about it is, that's true, you bring on quality people. Yeah, that's true. I do bring on quality people. What's going on? That's my man, Divine Freeman. Divine, what's going on? All the way out there in South Korea. That's what I'm talking about. We need more likes, people. Yeah, definitely. I don't need the likes. It's cool. When I started, this is my 5th year on YouTube. My 5th year on YouTube. I never thought, yeah, Korea. We got somebody here from Korea. Y'all tell me where y'all from. I'm out here in Denver, Colorado. I don't know where everybody's from. Oh, he said you've been connected with a lot of NFL players. That's what's up. Charlotte, we got Charlotte in the house. We got Dallas. He live all over. We got Texas. You made tremendous progress in 5 years. Yes, Bay, California, San Diego, St. Louis, Houston, Miami. Man, people from all over the world. Minneapolis. Okay. Japan, Philippines, Europe. Yeah, self. That's what I'm talking about. LA. Yeah, wow. We global. The barrel put my whole town Waynesboro. You a fool. They say you're worldwide. That's crazy. Yeah, man. People are around the globe are in here. Super Bowl hangover in Minneapolis. Man, that was a crazy Super Bowl. I wish the Falcons could have done that last year, but hey. The story of my life, right? The Pats crash. But also, yeah, we brought on Mr. Lars Kroger. Let me hit on him. He sits on the board of five hedge funds. Harvard graduate. Harvard Business School graduate, author of several books. I can't even think of all of his accolades and stuff like that. But he comes on, right? I'm giving you guys the opportunity to listen to some of the best hedge fund managers in the world. Denver, my ex-wife, your ex-wife lives in Richard. You can't pay me to step in Denver. That's crazy. I ain't know what that serious. Robin Hood put us on. What you mean put us on, Dykes? Put y'all on what? Darius, I see what you're saying. Is Robin Hood better? Robin Hood is okay. Robin Hood is good. Yeah, it got free trades. But somebody like Lionel Moore, who's in here from Seeking Alpha. Back in the day, the trade of stock used to be $100 to a broker, $50. But now today, trade fees are so low. It's like $6. Robin Hood does it for free. But it's like $6 by being free. TD Ameritrade, now people charge Schwab is $5, so it's not enough to make me jump ship. So some people like E-Trade. People are saying E-Trade Mobile, yes. And guess what? Who's the number one E-Trade channel, right? So yeah, been at this for 5 years, and people, Mr. Lionel Moore said I made tremendous strides. I've been trying. I've been working hard. Trying to do what I can. Alley is $4, $5. Everybody, some people love E-Trade. That's cool. You know that I did an E-Trade versus TD Ameritrade, right? No, I do not do this full time. Yeah, that's true. I have the number one E-Trade channel. No, I do not do this full time. I actually do the military. 15 years, retired in 5 years. And I did a video comparing E-Trade to TD Ameritrade. I chose TD Ameritrade. Can you believe? Heck no, I don't believe in Under Armour. Go back, Brendan L, and do a search on this video on this channel where I did a Under Armour. That's what Richard, you U.S. Navy combat vet. That's what I'm talking about. Respect. It's something I knew I liked about you the other day when you write me all those times. But go back and go search this channel when I did a Under Armour versus Nike. This was back when Under Armour was everything. Okay, we got the Marine Corps. We got vets in here. We got the Marines. Y'all our brothers. I don't like y'all, but y'all cool. Thank y'all for y'all service. Darius Butler say definitely thank you. Under Armour is going to be brought out. Okay. They need a new shoe strategy. Yeah, that's true. Right? That's true. But yeah, I have been connected with a lot of NFL athletes. I connected with a lot of NFL athletes because they're doing just exactly what you guys do. He said this man was speaking this while we was in Iraq. That is true, right? But you got to think about when I was in. I've been connected with a lot of NFL athletes because they watching this show just like you do, and they write me from Instagram. They say, "Hey, I love your show. I like what you do." They come on to the show, another NFL. So, we got a lot of NFL athletes, all pro. A lot of athletes go broke, yes. A lot of athletes go broke. But you got to listen to how those contracts are written, right? Those guys are like 28, 29, 30 years old, beat up and banged up, and they have to live the rest of their life with those pain. They've been a superstar their whole life. They don't know where to go, right? So that's why you have to, lots of athletes get robbed. I had a couple here. I got a couple more that's coming on to the show. Super Bowl winners, all pro, guys, first round draft picks, all that good stuff. Play for some of y'all favorite teams, so they must learn to invest. Exactly. That's what I like to do. I meet so many athletes, some celebrities that come on to this show, and most of them are podcasts. He said he loved the Mayweather thing that I posted. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely, I definitely appreciate it. So, I have a lot of NFL athletes that come on. A lot of them don't go to college, and that's what I do. I like to teach kids, right? Because I wonder, how does this happen? How does this continually happen? So, he said, I work with some athletes and celebs. I was with TLC during bankruptcy and Anthem. Wow, see? Exactly, right? So when I learn about these guys, I wonder, how does this happen? And this has happened because it's not in schools. It's not taught in school. It's not financial literacy. But I created a nonprofit called the Global Children's Financial Literacy Foundation. That's the Global Children's Financial Literacy Foundation. I founded it. I'm the president, and that's our objective. Some of our directors is from J.P. Morgan, and yeah, I always thought the stock market was for rich folks. He said that's a good look on the charity. Yeah, so yeah, we have that, and I haven't went public with it yet to everybody, but I launched that last year. I launched the Global Children's Financial Literacy Foundation. Our directors, we have one athlete on there. His brother's in the Hall of Fame. We have a guy from J.P. Morgan on there. A vice president at J.P. Morgan is one of the directors on there. One of my good friends. One of my good friends out of Hong Kong. So we have someone from Hong Kong in the investing industry. Look at that. Look at all that junk, all these boxes that I need to. I just moved here. This is gonna be my office. I need to pack all this stuff up. But anyway, that's besides the point. But we have a couple of people that's there. It's 5 of us, and that's what we're doing. We're going to take this thing one city, one state, everything at a time. As you guys can see, what's up, Prince? What you know about hemp company? I know absolutely nothing about hemp company. First time hearing of them. I hope Snap performs well like Facebook. Snapchat, I don't know, man. Facebook is big, man. I don't know. Facebook pretty much robbed everything Snapchat was doing and trying to, hemp. So I never heard of that. So, I don't know everything. I don't know about every single company. Sometimes y'all think I'm a genius. Hey, Prince, what you think about this scientific company? Yeah, man, I don't know. Facebook is so big. It has so much capital. It tried to buy out, this is why I work out of. This is a basement. But Snapchat is dead. I use it a little bit. But those are the things about it, right? But here you go. This is a little bit of my wall here. You guys can't see it, but it's a little bit of my wall. All my meetings for the week, working everything. My visual board. Let me get some more things set up in here. Groupon. I don't know enough about Groupon. I know my wife uses it. Like the Office Space. I know, man. This thing is so ratchet. I got stuff. I got my couch over here. I might start doing some of my shows down here. I might start interviewing people in, like my shows. Just figure you might know a little something. No, Snap should have been taken. Yeah, Facebook tried to pay Snapchat. I might start doing some interviews down here. I might start bringing people down here, but I don't know if I want people in my house like that. They might be crazy. Some of these athletes be crazy. So, so I don't know. But yeah, man, this has been a long time since I've been on here like this. You guys said you want me to go live more and more often. But overall, if you're in the market, don't worry about it. I like the chat that's going on, that you guys are talking back and forth. Nah, bro, keep them folks. I knew the vibes was going to keep it real. Yeah, I definitely got to keep them people away, man. I was thinking, hey, maybe I can do this, but we have to do it downtown. For you guys don't know, I do a local show here in Hawaii, right? And by me doing a local, what's your game plan for tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm going to look inside of my portfolios to see if I have some opportunities to add some more, take advantage of the recent drawback. I mean, think about it. You haven't seen a market correction in how long? When the last time we seen a market correction? When the last time have we seen a market, and don't let these financial media outlets blow you up and say, oh, Prince, oh my God, 1,000 points. Oh my goodness. Oh my, everybody panic. Come on, man. That's what's supposed to happen. People do that. Can you do live trading stocks on TD Ameritrade? Yes. Yes, Kyle, you can do live trading stocks. I may have to show you how to do that. Yeah, he said, oh my goodness. That white guy you interviewed earlier said invest in 2 sectors. Yes, that's Lars Kroger, that AKA white guy. Yeah, you did text me, Self. I saw you text, but I was getting ready to go live. But I got so many texts and phone calls, I knew I was going to go live. You ain't got no sense. Great live. Hate to jump on a call. Had to jump on a call. Okay, cool. Yes, I know who Peter Sniff is. I know that guy. He's been saying the market was going to crash for 40 years now. He's a big gold investor. I'm a student of the game. I listen to a lot of people. It ain't too many people you're going to be able to name that I don't know. And I read a lot of books. Some stuff I agree with Peter on. He's a little crazy. He's going to be one of the guys that when the next market crash happens, they're going to snatch him, put him on television. He's going to be like, I told you, I told you, I told you. He's been saying the market was going to crash for the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. And guess what? So crash from now. I don't know. You have a 25% chance, 25% of recessions, not recessions, but 25% of corrections turn into a bear market. So we have about a 25% chance of this turning into what you call it. Do you know that Peter called the '08 downturn before it happened? That's a con game. Don't listen to that. That's like if I sit here and told you, hey guys, the market's going to crash. Go back and look at my episode that I did about 3-4 videos ago, right? And it said, when I was on Think Tech Hawaii, I did a video called How to Prepare for a Bear Market. Now, I could jump on here today and be like, look, I told you guys it's going to be a bear market. I did a whole TV show about it. But who doesn't know? Everybody knows a bear market is going to, You know what I'm saying? Who the heck? Richard, come on. Hey, man, hey, no cursing in here. We all adults. A broken clock is right 2 times. Yeah, like I sit here and say, hey, guys, guess what? Stock market's going to crash. This year it doesn't happen. Hey, guys, the stock market's going to crash. This year it doesn't happen. Then it happens in 2020. Then I'm like, see, look, I told you, stock market's going to crash. No, come on, man. How do you feel about investing into General Electric? General Electric is having a hard time right now, but it's still, think about the good deals to stop by. Okay, the difference between people don't tell you exact day, Exactly. Everybody know the market is going to crash. That's like me sitting here and telling you the stock market is going to go up. No shit, Einstein. Just because we got kids on here. Like, of course we know the market is going to go up. He said the market crashes. Yeah, people get on here and tell you every day for the last 3 years the market is going to crash. Then when it happens, everybody's going to be like, oh, look at Peter. He said it was going to happen. He predicted it. No, you don't predict it. Because if you knew the day, the time, and the hour, I would not be on here making YouTube videos. And if you do know the day, time, and hour, email me. So, back to Roman noodles. You said, I see what you're saying, but this time I'm sticking with Peter. That's cool, right? But there's plenty of people out there like Peter. Peter's a big gold guy. He's a big stock market, down to most people that are big into precious metals and golds, they always kind of got that the world is going to end type. Tell Peter to come on the show. I'll be glad to talk to him, have him talk or whatnot. But people have been talking about the market. Peter said the market is going to crash last year. Peter said the market was going to crash the year before that. Peter said the market, whatever the case. Prince, did you take the Series 65? Yes, I took the Series 65 many years ago. First time I failed it. Second time I passed it. First time, am I still investing in the Ford? Yeah, I believe in Ford. I think Ford is $10 right now. Lunch money. And it pays like 4% in dividends. And you look at its strong financial history. And it don't been through this. Ford don't been through Great Depressions, everything. When I had E-Trade. But somebody was telling me something. I forgot. Yes, my first time I took the Series 65, because I didn't know what it looked like, what was to do on it. I took it, then I went back. Go to Test Teachers. They got very good material on that to help you get your Series 65. But yes, I have taken and passed Series 65, Series 63, Life, Health, Accident, Certified Financial Educator, and now I'm doing Certified Financial Planner. Right? Now, when you look at... But yeah, all those things are great. Passed that a long time ago. I don't utilize them though. I don't utilize any of my license. I got the license for the knowledge more so than anything else. You say, yes, I understand why they say what they say, because gold and his business. Yeah, be smarter than that, man. If Peter was that smart, I don't think he would be making podcasts. If he knew the market was going to, if he knew the daytime and hour and gold and stuff like that. Because if you keep saying that the market is going to crash, of course it will be. But the things most people don't mention is the falling dollar as well as the Fed raising interest rates. Yes, the dollar value is falling right now. So what's supposed to be the alternative? Cryptos? Gold? What's supposed to be a smart alternative right now? But people that get in and try to prophesize the market, you're going to have somebody that's going to come in and say, oh, he was right. What about that kid that brought Bitcoin for $12 like 6, 7, 8 years ago? Is he a genius now, or did he get lucky? Can he repeat it on a consistent basis? If he can't repeat it on a consistent basis, that means he probably got lucky. And guess what? There will be something that will skyrocket this year in value too. Somebody will get it right, and everybody in the financial media will try to prophesize him as a genius. That's like on the lottery, right? They always get that one lottery winner and pull them in. The market went up based on nothing, though. You had to admit that, especially after Trump got in office. Yes, the market went up over speculation, tax plans, tax reform. What about foreign stocks? Yes, foreign stocks. How I get into foreign stocks, I just use the EAFI International. I just get an international ETF, forget about it. Yeah, that guy, Lars Kroger, I don't know. I'm just all over the place. That guy, Lars Kroger, who said invest in the two sectors, his belief is get a wide-based index, a total market index, which you can get off of E-Trade. And he believes get a wide-based bonds. That's it. He says get bonds, get stocks, ETFs, a low cost, get 60% because he believes you will not beat the market, right? So that's about it. That's the way he look at everything. Y'all don't be looking at my house and rob me, okay? I ain't got nothing. Nobody be like, oh yeah, I saw his office. We're going in, steal all his old socks. That's all I got. So they say this week is going to suck. Yeah, because Trump brought a lot of speculation. But guys, I almost been on here for a whole hour. I got to get up off this thing. But I love the way you guys are chatting. I love the way you guys and gentlemen are talking. I love these conversations. I love the way things are coming and going. Go get you a Broncos flag. Never. Falcons. But no, Broncos players are cool. I might end up becoming a Broncos. They might become my second team or something like that since I'm living here. He said, how do I know when you're on like? Prince, thanks for the advice. Appreciate the knowledge. Every time I come in here, it's going to be like a class and session. So let's go over what we learned today. How much is a correction? He said, I can't believe you love beautiful for Hawaii. Man, Hawaii is beautiful to visit, not live. I still do a show in Hawaii. Good night. When you having another show? Guys, I have so many shows. It's ridiculous. I'll be uploading the episode here shortly, later on this week. It will be a Miss Tawana Smith. She was she played overseas, pro basketball player, and she's going to be talking about financial literacy and pro sports. Where is Apple going to wind up this week? This week, I wish I knew. Look at that. The average, there you go, Tucker. You learning something, man. The average recession is 13.5 points. 13.5%. If the market dropped 13.5%, the average recession, how many points is that? How many points must the stock market drop from 26,000 points for it to be considered a correction? Somebody answer that. Right? 3,000. Look at that. The amazing Lucas. You learning, man. Look at that. And how much has the market dropped so far? Now, this is our average correction. Fall another 4 points projected to go down. Is Hawaii only nice to live because you're stuck? Yeah, I didn't like being stuck on the island. You know, the closest city was like LA, and that's like a 5-hour flight. I didn't like, I think exactly right. 1.5, Richard. 1700 is about what the market dropped. Like 1500 today, another something yesterday. So we still have another 1500 points for the market to be even slide into a correction. And a correction, how often does a correction happen? On average, how often does a correction happen? You guys gonna be investor geniuses. Because I'm an investor nerd. Click the bell by the subscribe button. Yeah, definitely, y'all click the bell by the subscribe button. Who wrote 6 months? We still have another 20% from last year, yes. 15 months. Every 15 months. And when the last time have we had one? I don't know if I said that. That's like 2015, right? So we haven't had one in a while. So don't be freaking out. Don't be like, oh my God, the stock market is crashing. It was like last year, 2016 or something like that, right? Not last year. 2016, that was like 2 years ago, right? And people are like, oh my God, 1,000 points. It's like, that's not that serious. Nothing to go crazy about, right? Bro, I got you, man. I love this, learn a lot, but I read a bunch as well. Yeah, definitely. Keep reading. This is a learning experience. I don't know everything, but I learn from you guys. But I got to get out of here. I've been on this thing for an hour. But I hate to shut you guys off because I see a lot of people talking in here. Thanks for the knowledge. And it's always going to be a lesson. I'm learning. You guys learning. You say they are using fear to control the market. Yes, all the financial industry is like, guys, look, 1,000 points. They're putting it on Facebook Live. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. Stay put. Don't worry about it. This is what's supposed to happen. It's like seeing a girl get pregnant. Are you going to be surprised? That's what happens. A man and a woman gets together and boom, girl gets pregnant. That's any seasoned investor knows this is what's supposed to happen. But anyway, man, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, comment, share button. Hit that bell notifications to know when I'm coming on live. Appreciate all you guys' support, and I'm gonna keep doing it. About to order book. Which book? She better not. Who is she better not? So yeah, people always do that. So don't get caught up in that stuff. Peace. When has the stock market ever had 600 points followed by a 600 point? Oh, you going to order the Wesley book, man. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. For you guys to know, Wesley is actually my 6-year-old son. He actually came on here before I was live, before I went live. You going to buy it for your nephew? Definitely appreciate it. Y'all check out those books, man. Wesley Learns to Invest. Wesley learns about credit, grassroots, written, independent. Where has the market ever been as high as it is right now? No, it's at an all-time high. Market's at all-time high. But thank you guys. Appreciate the support. I love each and every one of you. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all of the good stuff. To the next video podcast, whatever y'all see me do. Oh, yeah, the podcast, too. Check out the podcast every week. And I'll see you guys. Peace. Be safe. I'm out. Thanks.